We're just gonna kick it off.
Okay, this is Cindy, she's awesome. She runs an awesome marketing company. She's been a big fan of Sierra College for years. So
True.
thank you. So this is like basically powerhouse level advice here. So thank you for bringing it on. We're gonna, at some point in this presentation, we're gonna get some guinea pigs to do some actual video production. We may walk outside, we may do it in here, so feel free to volunteer your stuff. We're gonna just make it down and dirty. This event is supported by Nevada City Chamber of Commerce. These two representatives here. So thank you for that support, and the Sierra Small Business Development Center. So I'm not gonna eat up much more of your time. Just thank you for coming and take it away.
Robert, we have a hard stop at 5:01, so
Okay.
hopefully, I mean, please continue, but I
Yeah.
don't wanna, it's not that there's
Okay,
anything
got
less
it.
than great happening.
Oh yeah, the bathroom is through that side door there, and just get up and use it if you need it. Let me know what the temperature, are you guys feeling okay? Is it too warm?
No.
Too cold? Too cold, yes. Too cold? Okay.
You wanna trade seats? You wanna trade seats? Cause this is blowing right on me. I'm not that scary either.
Yeah, I just wanted
A little scary, maybe, I don't know.
At any time, just tell me to turn the numbers and turn it down.
Hey, welcome. So I'm here for you today to help you with your video. My name's Cindy, and I was at a show in Amsterdam in September, and I'm walking down the trade show aisle, and somebody's like, "Hey, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. I know you, don't I know you?" And turns out they'd seen a video I did talking about how to drive leads to your trade show booth. So I didn't know the person, but they knew me, and I thought, well, this is working. This is cool. So just starting off with that little thing, because sometimes when we do videos, when we put them out there on our website or on social, or I don't know, wherever we're putting videos, you're like, no one's watching. I don't know if anybody's watching. Can't tell. I don't know. And so that experience, that walking around and somebody coming up to me and going, "I know you," has happened a ton of times. It's kind of weird. I was like, oh, that's weird, but it's working. And I used to get people calling up saying, "Oh, I saw that thing you did." And I always want to say, well, why didn't you comment on LinkedIn or give a like or something? But thank you for calling me. And so video for me is working really, really well. And we work with clients all over the world. Some of our clients are one person in their company, and some of them are several thousand in their company. And so a lot of them are sort of that 1 to 10, 1 to 30 range of company. That's pretty typical. And we do work with some people here in Nevada County, Nevada City, Grass Valley. But I was on a phone call this morning with someone in Tel Aviv, and I have a call tomorrow with someone in the UK. And we work with folks all over the place. And our little team, my little marketing team, is all over the place as well, which is cool with video. So you can do video and video production from anywhere, and our team doesn't necessarily have to be right there with the client. Sometimes it's nice to walk in there, right, Serena, with the camera and be with the client, but we have ways to do that online. So that's a little about me and what the heck I'm doing here and why I'm here for you. So this is all for you. I started taking notes about what you want to find out about. And if it's okay, we're gonna go over why the heck you should do video. So just a couple more things about that. What to say. What should I say when I do video? I don't know what to say. How should I start? That is the thing, right? And how to do it in a way that's stress-free, because we can get a ton of super pro camera gear and set stuff up, which is awesome. And also we can do it super easy, simple, straightforward as well. We almost all have a phone. Do you guys all have a phone with you right here? I have a freebie I wanted to give to you. And so this is my number, 530-203-5703, and text the word to me, interview. So text the word interview to that number. Everybody take out your phone and do that. And it's gonna ask you your email address. So once you text the word interview, it's gonna ask you your email address. And then I'll automatically send you a PDF that outlines a ton of what we're going over today. So it's a free resource for you to get all the things And just have that, and I wanted to mention that because that's a cool technique to use in your video. You can use that as a call to action as well. So yeah, take a minute and do that. Is anybody having luck with that texting? Is that
Yeah.
working? You got it?
Yep.
Nice, and so it'll come back and ask you for your email, and once you enter that, it might ask you another question. And then if you actually reply to that question, I will get a text. And reply back to you in a little bit after the session, so we can pick up a conversation, so it's automated, but we can pick up a conversation. All right, so I'm gonna touch on live videos just a tiny bit more. So when we're in business, we want our customers to know, like, and trust us. What kind of businesses are y'all in here? What companies or businesses do you have?
I have a company called Sierra Solar Cleaners.
Okay.
I do solar panel cleaning, window washing,
Nice.
roof and gutter cleaning, power washing,
Nice,
chimney cleaning.
Awesome.
I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Google and all that. and
Okay.
I used to be a show promoter, so I've kind of been able to use a lot of those skills. in,
nice,
You know, advertising, and I have a lot of followers. I'm trying to get more. It's been good for generating business.
right on.
I want to get more into making little quick videos.
Okay,
You know, like every quarter or something, just to kind of advertise what I'm doing that season.
you're in the right place. All right, give me a 1 or 2 word shout out about your business. What's your business?
Sell software.
Software, any kind of software, business to business, consumer,
Yeah, I sell to developers.
Developers.
Tools for software.
nice, okay. Vintage
Oh.
clothing, vintage clothing.
That was sculptor.
Sculptor, who else? Business.
Robotic teleprompting equipment.
Robotic
That's
teleprompting.
here back here at IBS.
Okay.
Which was probably what you were
Oh,
talking
you
about.
see, yeah,
Angela.
yeah,
You see that
yeah,
side.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pick the right person when I
Yeah,
use
yeah.
the example. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tutoring, yay.
What therapist?
Therapist,
Tourism support
tourism support,
intern,
intern,
Capacity Winery,
winery,
health restoration.
health restoration.
Sierra Nevada Children's Services, marketing and event coordinating.
Oh, nice, nice, love that.
Sales and marketing for Grass Valley for Arid Sweets.
Yeah. The here. The team is here.
Yes.
Oh, this guy, yeah, what's your business?
Sierra Nevada.
Let's try to give you a plug. All right, so any kind of business that I've been in, we gotta know, like, and trust, people need to know, like, and trust us before they buy anything. And so when that happened to me in Amsterdam, the guy walks up and is like, I know you, he already felt like he knew me. And he kind of liked me enough to actually stop me in the aisle, and he's starting to maybe trust me, hopefully. And then eventually, that if it's a fit, then our company can serve him and we can help him and help his business grow. So know, like, and trust is like the huge thing that I like to think about in video. All right. So what's stopping any of you from doing video right now?
Time.
Time.
I don't like it.
Don't like it. Fair. Completely fair. Don't like it.
Technology.
Technology. All right. I'm writing some of these down because they're just so good. So we got time, don't like, and let's see, the tech. Okay. Right on. So we're gonna start off with what to say, and then we are definitely gonna get into the technology as well. So what to say, everyone's got a way to take notes here, which is super good. So on the, what do I say? So when I think about what to say, I think about those questions I get all the time, the things that people ask me all the time. Can you think of that in your business? The thing where you're like, I get asked that question all the time. What is that anybody has? Do you have?
What do you
something?
guys do?
What do you guys do? Okay, nice. Yeah.
How much does it cost?
How much does it cost? Okay. What other questions you get all the time?
How do I get started?
How do I get started? Huge one. I love that one so much. I get that one.
What do our products do?
What do your products do, right? Robotic teleprompter, what the heck?
Since it's robotic, they want to see motion.
I know, right? I made a little list
Yeah,
of, yes,
you know,
instead of using a robotic teleprompter, I printed out like
Okay.
super old school. But I made a little question about a list of questions I get all the time. How do I get more people to my trade show booth? Should I use social media? How can I use text messaging in my marketing? Do emails actually work? Is there a way I can do marketing but still be personal? How can I get more leads? I need more sales leads. You get the idea. So those are topics that if you ever see me on LinkedIn or Facebook or on my website talking, those are the topics I speak to. So last week I talked, after Robert and I organized this, I did a video on how to do videos. So kind of meta, but anyway, video on how to do videos. So those are the kinds of things. So write down, if you can, take a moment and write down 3, 4, 5 things that you get asked all the time, or misconceptions. What are misconceptions, especially in technology? There's a lot of things that people have they suppose it works like this, but actually it works this other way. And so misconceptions are a huge one that you can get into. What else? I think that giving a story, telling a story is so important, because if you can tell a story, that will help who's ever watching your video go, ah, that's me, if they can identify with what you're saying. And so thinking about those misconceptions, top questions you get, and a story, like a use case, right? So we had a client the other day who they're going to a show in February, in the post-production show. And so they're like, how do I get more people to come to my presentation? Super easy, basic question, right? How do I get more people to come to my event? So we did a 2-minute video with them where he's saying, hey, I was at a post house last week and they had a question about this image processing. They're working on a program for discovery and we solved it like this. So that's a great way to hook somebody, because if right out of the gate, you're talking about something they care about, they're gonna jump in and start listening to you right away. As opposed to, hi, my name is Cindy, I have a marketing agency and we use a lot of software. And we do writing and my team does this, and that kind of stuff is not very interesting to anybody who wants to work with us. Instead, if I say, oh, I was talking with somebody last week, they had this issue, we talked about this, they're gonna see themselves in that story and want to keep listening, right? Sound, maybe this is like Captain Obvious. Am I just telling you stuff? You're like, no kidding. No kidding, I know this. Yeah, resonating a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wrote down, did everybody write down at least 1 or 2 misconceptions, top questions, or stories? Just jot yourself a little note. Very, very nice.
Got a question back here.
Oh, Brant, hi.
I get a lot of time for people to tell me I'm not photogenic.
I'm not
I say,
photogenic.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I know how to take good pictures.
Ah,
Don't talk to the camera, talk to me.
nice. That's so right on. And so what kind of business do you have?
Creative media services.
Nice. Okay, very good. I love that you brought that up. And so when we talk about how to shoot the video, that's such a good one, because I can look at you when I'm talking, even if the cameras were Robert sitting, if I'm looking off camera and looking at you, I'm so much more comfortable, because I'm not really a professional presenter. I'm not a newscaster. I'm not, whoever, Rachel Maddow or Jay Leno or any of those people who are practiced at looking right in that camera and talking to the camera and really, really good at it. So I'm not trained to do that. So I'm way more comfortable talking to you, and the video looks
The camera's
fun.
already on, we can talk for 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Oh, it's like so natural to them by then, it's like.
Yes, very true. I like it. Thanks for bringing that up. All right, so you've got misconceptions, top questions, maybe a story or 2 that you've thought of right now. And as you just mentioned, when we're telling that story, we want to talk to one person. So instead of saying, and I'm guilty of this, I go, oh, hey guys, da da da, like I'm talking to the whole room, but instead I should really be talking to you. If you have a business where you need help with your video, then I share a couple ideas with you, and do that on the video too, because it feels more comfortable than imagining a whole room. The person's gonna receive it better, right? So imagine you're talking to one person, and you can think of your perfect customer. So if you think of your perfect client, someone you love working with, and they pay their bills, right? Both, like you love working with them, they pay you, it's all good, you're both helping each other, it's a great relationship. You want more of that type of person, that's the person you can talk to. And so if you can think about that one person while you're giving that talk, you know, what would they want, and just speak to them during that story if you can. Avoid a sales pitch. Who likes a sales pitch? I don't actually think anyone likes a sales pitch. So it's so easy, especially I've done a ton of equipment sales over the years. It's so easy to fall back into, and it's 4 rack units high, and it has this much processing, and it's got this cool screen on it, whatever. Because those are things that people just fall back to instead of, hey, so if you have this problem, there's this cool way to solve it. And this is the result you can expect, and then you'll have a great life, make lots of money, and be to the beach all the time. So that's the benefit to you. When you talk about the benefit instead of the sort of nuts and bolts, does that make sense? Yeah. So Sierra Children's Services. So what's the top thing you're offering to people?
We're a resource and referral agency,
Mhm.
but aside from that, we do a lot of like family events. So that's my biggest thing, is trying to let the community know we're more than just a resource and referral
Yeah.
agency. We do events, we have, you know, a play space for the kids to come in and just hang out, and
Great,
a learning center. So
nice.
that sort of aspect of it, I want to bring in families that are new to the area or whatever the case may be, new families. So yeah.
So if you're doing a video, it's gonna sound like if you're new to the area and you wish you had a place for your kids to play, there's this great place that you might want to check out. So all that language is you and your, instead of we have this and we've got this and we, it's like you and your, you need this. And then you can say we once in a while, but try to keep it to a minimum. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, there's a cool analogy for this one. Sell the vacation, not the flight.
Exactly. Well said. 100%.
I didn't make that up.
Yeah. You nailed it. You nailed it. So what to say? I think having your open and close memorized is really, really good. So if you're doing an interview, if you're just doing a quick 1 minute LinkedIn live, if you're doing something for your website, if you're sending a one-on-one video to your customer, might do that. Whatever it is, if you have your open and your close memorized, I don't mean it doesn't have to be word for word, or it can be. So if you know what you're gonna say at the beginning and the end, it's so much easier. There's so many videos where I can remember I said what I needed to say, and then at the end I'm just like, and then yeah, and then I'm still talking, and it's like, oh my god, end it already. Just end it. So having your open and your close. So if I'm at IBC, I'm gonna say, if you're an engineer and you're working on a broadcast station and you need great prompters for your talent, maybe that's the open, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
An organization or a company that I think does it better than anyone else around is Peaceful Valley. I mean, they have all these great videos, and they have an opening and close that's really solid, and you know, it gives you all the tips, and it totally made me such a loyal customer of theirs because it's so helpful what they did and how they did it. So
It's so nice to have swipe files, resources, something like that. So, you know, make a note of that Peaceful Valley, check it out.
nursery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right over Whispering.
exactly.
Yeah.
Bingo. That's it. They do great videos.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I see something that I like, I have a little swipe file that I just use for inspiration. So I can go back and go, that's such cool open. I'm not selling stuff for a garden. That said, I can take that and do a parallel thing with what I'm offering. So that's brilliant inspiration. Nice, love it. Yeah.
I think one thing that I have a lot, people go through things too fast.
Yes.
Slow down, give people a chance to understand what you're saying. Don't prove how fast you can do something, prove how well you can. Show them how to do things.
And people are nervous. I'm probably talking too fast now because I feel like I have too much to say, but you're right, going more slowly. And with that said, choosing just 2 points for your video, maybe 3, 2 or 3 only, and fitting it in is a good way to go.
So my customers are worldwide, so a lot of them English is a second language. So I recently did a product demo, but it worked really well. I spoke very slowly. And when I promoted it, I told people, you know, if you want to watch it faster, use the YouTube feature. 'Cause I watch a lot of tech and a lot of marketing videos like 1.5 too,
Yes.
and then I slow down when I'm interested, and that seemed to get good reception. So I said, give me 14 minutes or 7 minutes at double speed, and that was kind of my.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
That is brilliant. We started doing some client videos. We have a test and measurement company we work with in the UK. And a lot of technical words, we got people from tons of countries looking at that stuff. English is not their first language a lot of times. And so we started using some software called Wisecut. There's tons of software out there that will give you open captions and burn those in. That's a really cool solution that goes hand in hand with your speed thing. And especially when something's techie or just really anytime, because the percentage of people who watch videos with the sound, the audio off is crazy high. And so you can add that layer of tech in, but if you're just starting, don't sweat that because some platforms will auto-generate those accuracy. But anyway, it's whatever, and then do it for you. So yeah, I love that idea. Super good, really good.
For our videos, we try to make them very quick because they're
Yes.
technical and I'm worried about
Yes.
people's attention span. And to be honest, I don't like using narrators. I'd rather just have our product demo it and text, make it a little
Love it.
flashy and stuff, but.
Love it.
Problem we have with narrators is getting the skin tone right. They mess up their lines.
Yep. Yeah.
And if I'm watching a video, I just want information. I want to.
That's
I
right.
don't want to sit there and do something. I just want. the facts
That's right.
Very quick. So we try to keep them under a minute.
Under a minute. What else? What other lengths do people use? I'm fully with the under a minute. Under a minute,
Under a minute. Minute, 2 minutes.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay.
I watch videos and watch the captions because I get tired of listening
Yeah.
to everybody talk.
Yeah, Robert.
What's the length requirement for reels?
Oh, that's such a good question, and I don't know right now. Yeah.
I think 90 seconds.
Is it?
Yeah. I think it cuts off after 3 minutes, maybe. That's
Yeah, so if you're doing reels, you have to hit a certain time.
sure.
Yeah, that's true.
What is that?
On Instagram. And Facebook,
Oh, okay.
actually, but Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Fair. Very good point. All right, so we talked about having the open memorized. Does anybody have an idea about what their open might be? For a video? Anybody have a topic? Let's back up. We talked about topics. Do you have one? Can you choose one? Solidify it right now, what your topic would be for your company. So maybe you see our children's services is the new playground. Like I know you want to tell them everything, but just pick like 1 or 2 things. So maybe the playground. I don't know, post-production services or graphic services, maybe Serena, or what topic maybe
What
you
was in our opening?
just what's your topic overall for the video, and then we'll go to the opening.
Well, my topic for my video would be like vintage clothing.
Vintage clothing, nice, okay, anybody else for a topic for your video? Yeah,
I'm doing a series on homeless people. I had some musicians record a song for me, photo place to go. I was standard opening for every one of them. So it sort of brands the whole thing.
nice,
And I want to keep it under 90 seconds.
nice,
Then I have a close that goes the same way, it uses the same music, so I'm tying them all together.
consistent,
So everybody says something different, but it's all set up within a framework.
I like that, I like that. All right, who else has got a topic? What do you have for your video? Topic?
Biodegradable urns.
Love it. Yeah, good,
They
okay,
dissolve in the water.
okay. Good, other topics, yeah.
How the product can save you money, and you're foolish not to have it.
Ooh, I like it.
Good, nice, any other topics?
Logistics for attending Victorian Christmas.
Oh, that's a good one. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so everybody's got a topic. Now, with your topic, thinking about selling the vacation, not the plane ride, what's the benefits that your person's gonna get, or what problem do they have around it? And so that's gonna be your open. Can you think of an opening sentence? And I'm willing to brainstorm with anybody if you need an idea, but take a moment and write down your opening sentence that's got your benefit in it. So I'll give some examples of stuff I've done recently. If you're going to NAB and you don't know how to get people to your trade show booth, it's maybe my open or my hook. Somebody might call that a hook, right? I might say, if you're wondering, let's see, if you're wondering how to shoot a video and make sure the right people see it. I was talking with someone last week and then maybe I launched into a story. Let's see. Are you wishing you knew how to use SMS or text messaging in your business? So that might be an open, something like that. And if everybody got an open in mind or anybody want help brainstorming? Too scary. And somebody volunteer your
Okay,
opening?
my opening. Are you looking for that unique piece of clothing that will make you sparkle and shine?
Yeah, that's fun. How would you say that to me, like a friend, if you ran into me on the street, like if you're just talking, so it didn't sound salesy, but it was like,
Oh, that this sounds.
like a conversation.
I don't know.
It's okay, you're good, you're good. I didn't mean to jump on it, I was just like, I was laughing you up, because that's
Oh.
perfect. That's perfect, and then like.
Would I
you
have
were
to use
just telling
different words
me-
or I like have to just say it
Person,
differently?
Yeah.
Oh. Are you, are you looking for that? I don't know. Would I use the same words, you think?
I don't know, would you say that? in
Was
a
it the
normal-
words or the delivery that is too salesy?
I was just trying to think, like,
Or
was that
both.
like a normal, if you were sitting down having a coffee with
No,
me
that
at,
would not
at Java John's, I don't know, what would you like say about the? You just think about
Hey,
it.
I've got the perfect piece for you. You should wear it to the party you're going to on Friday.
100%, love it, love it, so fun, anybody, yeah.
Welcome to Nevada City. We're glad you're here.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, wondering where to put your car when you come to Victoria. Is the root center really rude? The root center's friendly. Yeah, good,
Our videos are much simpler. We always open up with our logo,
nice.
and then I say introducing our product,
Mhm.
and then boom, this is what it does.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and like I say, all in text
and
captions.
what I think about this is variety, and so I kind of like, Serena, because we were talking before, I felt comfortable just saying that to you, like, hey, can we level up and make it conversational? But there's not really, I don't really think there's a wrong, like you can do it any way you want and whatever works, and if people like it, it's all good, you know? Yeah, okay, so you've got a topic, you've got your open. So can you think about 2 key points you want to talk about? 2 key points you want to talk about around that topic? What you got?
Well, it's cost, it's very inexpensive to
Mhm.
buy a biodegradable urn, and I make them.
Yeah.
The other thing is that I'm so cool on is, for myself. It's just that, like, if you have Uncle Bobby, he passed away, and his favorite hobby was fishing.
Yeah.
So you could, the funeral service will put the ashes in the urn.
Yeah.
So you don't ever have to really touch it, and then you just take that urn up to Bobby's, Uncle Bobby's, favorite lake or whatever,
Nice.
and he goes back to
Yeah.
what he loved.
I love that. That's so good. That's so good. Those are 2 great points, cost and kind of like the whole ease and comfortable.
Ease, yeah.
Yes, of it. Who else has 2 points for their video?
Safe place to bring the kids and meet new parents.
Yes. Love that so much. When I have to do interviews at shows, and I'm afraid I might forget safe place and meet parents, I'll be like, safe place, meet parents on my hand. I'm not saying it's professional. Say it anyway. So that, so right before the interviewer turns on the camera. And then I've got my open memorized, right? And then 2 points, just 1, 2 words, right? And then what's your close gonna be? We wanna make it super easy for someone to work with you, find out more, book a meeting, download a trial, I don't know, the things.
We'll walk you through the process
Nice.
in a video, showing what to do in a video.
Okay. So you're gonna send them to another video that walks.
Well,
That's
I'm not
cool.
really familiar with Etsy, but I thought, yeah, that would be part of Etsy. You know, to show them how to prepare.
Yeah, wanna see what the steps are.
Yeah, well, there's steps,
Or something.
because they could also bury them in the dirt, and there's different steps
Got
for that.
questions for them.
Yeah, I do.
So good, it's like, sort of segment them like that, I do this a ton. Oh, I've got a freebie for you, if you want it. Here's my phone number, text me this word, you can get it. But I'll also say, hey, would you like a quick 15-minute call and we can go over that top question that you just asked me or whatever the thing is. You can just jump on a call with me, just go to my calendar, Zuelsdorf.com and book a meeting. And we'll do like a quick consult and we can talk and solve your thing, so. You can do it like that, if you're at a show, you can stop by and see me and pick up. You don't know, whatever the thing is, the key to the, free software trial, so you can try it yourself. Come by for beers at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, we're having a party, so it can be any kind of thing like that. Your next steps, we want to make it so easy for them to take that next step with you. Make it really, really clear what they should do next. And I don't mean like high pressure sales, do that if you want. I'm just saying, make it obvious what they should do next. We were working with this company, we just started working with them and they do merchant processing. So payment, and they just started serving the cannabis market. And so they wrote out all these emails and all this stuff and videos. And a lot of it's really, really good. Nowhere in it does it say, pick up the phone, get a trial, here's the coupon, like just something, right? So we were working with them to like, make it easier for them to take a step and do the next thing. So who's got a call to action, Robert?
Yeah, I'm just question, so when you're saying the 2 points, in the video,
Yes.
but there's one call to action.
Yeah, so let's see, I would do memorize your open. And then you've got your points 1, 2, even 3 is fine. And then your call to action and your close can be kind of the same thing. Keep it short and sweet. Are you gonna end it? Yes. Hey, if you're wondering how to do a video for your company, the best way to do it is to have an open, have a middle, have a close. If you want to find out how to do that, there's a link in the comments. I'm seeing you live with Robert at Sierra Commons. Okay, that's a really short video. It would probably be a little longer, but yeah.
An observation or more general question is, do many people use these videos for the first step in their sales funnel?
Oh, 100%. Yes. Yes. So one of the sales funnel people that's everywhere that you guys probably know, Dan Kennedy and Russell Brunson, you'll see all that stuff, especially on Facebook right now. They're feeding me to a video with a ginormous sales page that's like 3,000 words and a bunch of opt-ins and stuff. So those guys, I figure they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So yes, is that something you tried or?
Over various, yeah, I've tried a lot.
Right, right, because you had an agency before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you must have done a ton of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good. I want to be sure I'm not going too crazy on the time. So we talked about what to say. Does everybody here have an idea for an open? Couple points, and then who's got a good close? What's your close? It can be so easy, your call to action. What in your ideal world, the next thing someone would do after they see your video?
I would want to direct somebody to my website so they can book an appointment or call.
Nice. Yes, and if you can book them, if you can send them, if it makes sense, right to the booking page. Instead of to the website that's, I don't know your website, but some people's websites are pretty general. And unless you're doing retargeting and stuff like that, you might not know
Mine's all
if they
pretty
ever made it.
streamlined, so all the links are
Yeah,
connected with
there
each
you
other.
Really good. Yeah,
Ready, one. So if this sounds like something you need, schedule a free consult through our link in bio.
awesome.
Simple enough, right?
Simple enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So I generally have 3 points that I send people to or group on my website. So
Yeah.
one is like, learn more. So I've got more product description.
Yeah, yeah.
things. Another one is the buy page.
Yeah.
Sometimes I try sending them directly to the buy
Yeah.
page, is where I'd like them to go. That doesn't seem to work as well. And the third one is sometimes I have events. So most of my sales are coming after I spend a 1-hour webinar. So I do those every couple of weeks and people
Yeah.
come, but then people buy.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, that seems to be the best, just sending people to buy, is that good, or is it like?
I mean, if they're already warmed up, but if they're cold traffic, it can be a little tough. So, I mean, you could set up a flow to where you're doing. I mean, you're doing a video ad or just video. I'm going to say either way, it could be a video ad or just a video. And then you're sending them to a webinar. And it can be live or replay. And then from there, you send them to the buy page or something like that. And that could be your flow. And if somebody decides to jump right to here, well, awesome. But you might set that up as your kind of funnel or flow that's in mind. Yeah, your steps. Keep it really simple. And then again, I'd say whatever works. So if you know, like if you're retargeting traffic, so maybe you're retargeting people who came to your webinar or your website, you could send them to the buy page if you want.
Yeah, I am, and my CTA for the.
There you
My close and webinar is pricing and that buy.
go. Nice. Yeah. Good. All right. Any other close call to action? Anybody wanna throw out there? All right. So that was the what of it all, and we're gonna do just a couple other topics really fast, and then we'll shoot a couple videos. So on the how, and this includes the tech, which are a couple questions that you guys got into. I'd say keep it easy. So if you can use your phone and Jimmy and I were talking earlier today about how my folks worked in television and they all talk about how. Of course, these phones are better than any TV cameras were, you know, whatever, 10 or whatever years ago, or 50 years ago. So, you know, it's okay to use your phone. And so I think that's fine. If you have other more pro equipment, awesome, totally fine as well. But I go to a lot of shows where I'll just shoot a client right on their booth. I'll be like, just tell me something for like 20 seconds, and then we'll use that later. And so it's totally fine to do that. The two pieces to think about, if you can, is we want some lighting if possible, so that people can see you. That's always a beautiful thing. And then audio is super important. So if the audio is bad, that's never, that just doesn't work. So good to have. Now it's super nice with the Bluetooth mics and stuff that you can use. That works great. Anyway, just make sure that the audio is good. That's a piece of it. Like probably video can be a little bit forgiven, but the audio is tough when it's like a no-go. At that point, you might as well take the audio off and do the open captions and stuff like that. So but just make sure the audio is good. So that's what I'd say on the tech.
Do you have any low budget Bluetooth microphone recommendations?
Not off the top of my head. On the mic that I use when I'm in at my desk, I've got a couple that I love to. And if you guys pick up this interview on the last page at the bottom, I have a link to a bunch of tools that I use, because everybody's like, what lights do you use? What mic?
Yeah.
So I just like put a page with all that stuff. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm just saying these are the ones I'm using. So I have a Rode mic that I use, and I have a Yeti, and I use those quite a bit. But then you can get these lights that are just like, you know, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks anymore, that are just Type-C, thrown on a random tripod and throw this in my pockets, like shows and stuff like that. So yeah, that works really well. So that's the tech. And when you're doing your phone, make your decision. Are you gonna go 16 by 9 or 9 by 16? Make your choice. It used to be that we only, you know, that I would say, okay, we always need to go 16 by 9, but that's not the case anymore. And there's big changes with esports and other, just everything, obviously in social, going to vertical. So just make your choice. It's all good either way. And I think the other piece is to, this is gonna sound like Captain Obvious, but some people forget and the camera is going up their nose. So just think about eye level. Maybe a little bump or whatever works, but yeah, this one happens a lot. Just try to. One time I was, I had to do like an interview at I was in a hotel. I'd actually posted random pictures of me in hotels doing interviews. So I had like an ironing board out, and I had duct tape, and I had like lights hanging from cable ties and stuff like that. But one of my favorite ones is I was at someone's house and I didn't have it. I just couldn't find anything to put my phone on that was functioning. And they had a potato masher, which a potato masher is like, you got this vertical, horizontal, awesome 90-degree angle, and I just take that phone on there. That's awesome. So you can be creative and do crazy stuff. So for the tech, if you're comfortable using Zoom, you can just record yourself on Zoom. If you don't want to go live, it's totally okay. Just record that little 1-2 minute clip of yourself on Zoom if that's easy for you, and then you can upload that onto your LinkedIn and Facebook or Instagram, whatever you're doing. Put it on your website.
What's your background?
That's a good question. So for the background, sometimes I go outside. The lighting's gonna be good. You can pick some nice green something behind you. Pretty safe bet, right? So that's a good one. But to your point, we don't want a competitor's name in the background. We don't want to have a word that doesn't sound nice in the background that can happen on a sign or something like that. So just pay attention to your background. You know, Robert said, hey, we can move this forward and use the curtain. Fine, totally good. I'm not a super huge fan of virtual backgrounds on Zoom because there's no clip adjustment and people's hair and ears are going away. It makes me crazy. That said, a lot of people don't mind it, so whatever's good. Like, just do the video and don't worry about all the things, but make sure the audio is good. And if you can't find a good background, go outside. I've done videos outside in the winter, raining. Oh no, I've done them on the deck when it's raining. Just go outside on the. So outside's a really easy go-to.
So my videos to date have been screen captures and graphics. I've been really live. Can you talk about the difference in those approaches and the value of one?
Yeah. I love screen, especially for software. That's gonna be so good for what you're doing. A lot of times, some of the things we've been talking about today are getting people to know, like, and trust you. And so once they see your awesome personality coming through and they want to talk to you, if we're shooting for that, then having you on camera a little bit is nice. That said, if you don't want to, or you'd rather have your product on there, it's fine. But a lot of people aren't down with screen capture, don't necessarily know how to do it that well or edit it and stuff like that too. So I do a mix a lot of times. Like we will both.
I do notice a kind of a common thing with a lot of my colleagues now, it's screen capture, which is the main content, but then they're in a bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess you get a little bit of both, you know, it's them.
Yeah, you can get a little of both. I use Loom for that a lot. That's a really easy free one that will do just that. Yeah, ScreenFlow is super easy to use for that too. Yeah.
Tell us screen capture, what that
Mhm.
technology is.
Yeah, for those of us that sell software, here, if we want to show what's happening on a computer, we want to
Oh,
capture
got it.
a video
Yeah.
on there. And so a really easy way to do that, super low tech and totally legit, is with Zoom, you can share your screen. Just decide if you're sharing your whole screen or a portion or not. What else about the tech?
I use OBS Studio,
Nice.
screen capture, that
Nice.
screen, that was super
Yep.
easy to use.
Good one. Good one. Yeah, OBS. Thank you for sharing that. That's terrific. Yeah. Love that OBS.
I use Snagit, which is.
Snagit. I love Snagit. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I use a Australian program called Debut,
Oh, okay.
which does both camera and screen capture.
Nice.
Portions of the screen, all the screen, 3 screens.
Cool.
And then you can shoot yourself, you can mix it all up.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, ScreenFlow, like Telestream's ScreenFlow is like that. You can have a bunch of cameras and do that. Yeah, that sounds really good.
It's only $50.
Yeah, totally affordable. All right, so that's the how. But we went through that pretty darn fast. We talked earlier about looking off screen or off camera versus looking on camera. Just make the decision. If someone's interviewing you, you can ask them, hey, can I look at you? Can I look at you during this? Or do you want me to look into the camera? So you can make decisions about that. If you have a friend, get a friend. If you've never done a video before, get a friend, and either they can be on Zoom with you remotely, they can be in the room with you, right next to you, and you can both be on camera, or they can be the person that you're talking to during the video. Because if you're telling a story to a friend, it's so much better than like I'm talking to a window or a lens. So it's really nice if you can get someone that you can talk to. So get a friend to help you in one of those capacities. And then a couple of just bonus kind of pro tips, just throw this into the, into your mind for later. As you're doing your video, it's always nice to pause at the beginning and the end, especially if there's going to be any editing. It gives people a place to edit. So you can pause, smile, the number of times that we'll have a client go. Okay, and then we've got this new software release, and then I'm like, oh god. So brutal, so then we're trying to fix that and do it, and so that happens when people recall stuff, they'll look up and they'll go. And start talking and so I'm trying to tell everyone to just like. Hey, glad you're here. Today we're gonna do this, or just try for a pause at the beginning and the end. If. I'm just gonna say when I mess up and I'm doing a video, because it's a when. You can pick up, and pick up means stop. And then just start that sentence over again. So when we say a word wrong, I used to sell a processing amplifier and I would call it a pork amp instead of a proc amp. And so I'd inadvertently say pork instead of proc. That happened so many times. And so I just stop and go, so we have a new pork. We have a new processing amplifier that helps you solve this video level thing or whatever the thing is. So just pick up so you can stop and pick up, start again. So then if you are editing, you've got that. If you're not editing, that's okay. So what? So you stop for a minute and start again. Nobody cares, we're human. That's the piece of video that's so helpful. We talked about your background. And I'd say another thing to think about is getting them in the first, depends on who you talk to, 3 to 5 seconds. Some people say 10 seconds. You gotta hook them right away. So if you're gonna open with a logo or something like that, that's okay. And totally good, and maybe tighten it up, keep it short, so you get to the thing they care about right away, because people only care about themselves. And so the thing we're showing them has to matter to them. So we'll get people who are like, I've got this really cool minute-long fly-in thing that we're gonna top and tail everything with. I'm like, you can, and also, I'm just gonna like use the first 2 seconds and put the rest at the end. Is that cool? That kind of thing. So I love that informal videos not overly produced, because I think you get more engagement from that.
Talk about background music, yes or no, or when?
That's such a good one. You know, if it's produced, I feel like it has to, like people would feel like it's missing if you're doing like a produced piece. If we're doing this kind of informal, no like trust, get to know you, we go either way. And I think music actually might take away, because people feel like, oh, this is all like planned out. Thank you. I know I'm keeping my phone going over here. I'm telling you that. So I'm of 2 minds on it. I say for what I'm doing, we usually don't do it. That's just because it keeps it feeling more organic. But if you're gonna produce thing, yeah, totally.
Couple of things, with sound, I think it's really important to fade in, fade out, just don't cut it off or chop it. And another thing
If
is,
you're editing, yeah, definitely.
and be aware of white washes out and busy patterns for stuff to be screen. Be aware of what you're wearing, what your clients wear.
Right, get that herringbone.
Yeah, herringbones were bad, white flares out.
Yeah.
And all black doesn't work real well either.
Yeah, all good points. Yeah, so good. All right. I think it'd be kind of fun to shoot a video. Does anybody feel like shooting a video? You do? Sure.
Ask you a quick question. Are you familiar with Camtasia?
Yes.
I bought it and I hate it. It just seems so hard to use.
Yeah, lots of other options out there.
Well, I bought the Adobe Premiere, a little easier.
We're gonna do it here. You wanna
No,
do it here?
let's just do it right here. I think it's
Okay.
good. And for anybody who wants to stay after, I have a book, my book, 7 Marketing Basics, the 7 things we do most with clients, and you can pick one up.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
Thank you. Hey, speaking of technology, this is our Venmo donation. If you want to donate, just whip your phone out and do a donation. That would be incredible. Not necessary, but incredible. Let's see.
Just kind of scooch it that way, do you think? Or-
I think sideways.
Oh, sideways, oh, good thinking.
It does roll.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm taking it for it. Sorry.
Smashing.
No problem. You're okay.
Okay. Okay.
20
It's
years.
pretty good.
It's not very good.
Use my phone?
It's an old one. I don't shoot videos with it.
Okay.
How is that?
That's
How's that gonna be?
great. I think I like cleverly put my glasses behind the whiteboard.
You're up, man. You know
Okay,
that?
well, I guess so, I guess I got one or two ready to do. I use
You all
it
do it yourself.
so,
There you go.
yeah, so I. Well. we have to put it on-
I can see that.
It's about that, but okay.
Put on my eyes right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. As far as,
Yeah, it's frustrating, I just wanna do the
Video
video, but I
and-
do, but
it's like so-
I think so, I think.
I'm like. Yeah.
All right, let's do this video.
Let's do it, I'm ready.
Here.
Do I have a script?
Real short.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me what your open is. You don't have to tell me exactly, but what's your first thing
Maybe
you
I'm
can
not the
say?
right person for this, because like I said, it's very technical, we make, we make robotic teleprompting equipment.
Okay, so then you're gonna tell one or two things about it, all right?
The main advantage is it can move up and down robotically, so you can have someone like me, have someone like children. It does.
We're doing audio on the phone here, which means ambience showing, so everybody quiet for a sec if you can. All right, yeah. The mics are hot. Okay. All right, you can start anytime. Tell me you're open.
Hi, I'm Steve McNerney. I'm the president of Presenter Tech. We make robotic teleprompting equipment. The main advantage of it is somebody doesn't have to go up in front of the stage and move a teleprompter up and down in case they have someone like me or someone like Dr. Ruth. It's automatically controlled from backstage. Thank you.
Love it. And what can someone do to find out more?
Go to presentertech.com.
All right. Great. We'll airdrop this to you. Nicely done. You-
Just like that. Yeah.
That's good. So you had your open, gave your points and call to action, right on. Love it. Anybody else want to go for it? No? Not feeling? Body. Excellent, excellent. Okay, you next. Yes. So you know what your open is that you're gonna say? All right, yeah. I remember. Oh, good. Okay, and you got your couple of points and the call to action?
I think I do.
All right, tell me all about it.
So, right, sorry.
You're
We'll
good.
start all over again. Okay,
Just sound
start
it
again.
off.
All right. Everybody needs a cuddle buddy, somebody to love. And we have the most wonderful variety of stuffed animals and they're darling. And there's so many buddies to choose from. Come on down and see us in downtown Grass Valley and choose a cuddle buddy for you to
Yay.
love.
Where are you located?
Foothill Mercantile on Mill Street.
Love it, love it, love it. Everybody does need a body. They're about this to you. You can just put that little part off. Okay.
Nice.
All right. Thanks. Great, thanks. Awesome.
I gotta say that opener was like her,
Loved it.
Yeah.
that was like, oh my god. Here, I don't have enough time.
Oh, yes, let me use your stuff.
Cause I can't do airdrop and all that stuff.
And do you want, vertical?
Yeah, probably do vertical, like do Instagram post
Yeah.
one. Okay. How do hormones, energy, and skin all have a relationship? My name's Dr. Thor, and I'm with the Wellness Way Grass Valley. So hormones, we all have them, but nobody knows about them. There's a lot of them, and that's why it's so important to test thoroughly for all the different types of hormones. Now, how do hormones relate to your skin? Well, the skin is actually one of the main things that grows in our body. It's our first line of defense against all kinds of things. So hormones can signal it to grow more or less. Again, I said, my name is Dr. Thor. You can schedule a free consult with me. All you have to do is go to the link in my bio and click schedule a call.
So.
Really good.
You can. Oh, nice. Let's see if I.
Like how you did movement, Cindy.
Just a little bit.
I know, that was awesome.
Make sure it feels like, doesn't feel like a lot.
Usually I use my tripod,
Yes.
so that's. Maybe it'd be good if I did like selfie stick or something. I could do
It's
it.
because there wasn't any kind of, if you've got a different background, it might not matter. I just thought for some interest, I would do that. Yeah, nicely done. You all are awesome. How are we doing, Robert?
Yeah.
I think we're,
4 minutes, you know?
we are wrapping it up. We have time for one more if you want. Otherwise, we'll just wrap and I got books for y'all. Anybody else dying to do it but afraid to forget?
Sweets it is. Holy. There we go.
Yeah, it's going to use your mouth. Sure. Vertical or horizontal for you?
I have no idea.
Can I say something real quick?
Please.
I think that seam in the curtain bothers me.
Yeah.
Where you don't see that in the background.
Yeah,
Just saying, and that's,
saying.
I'm just saying that's my opinion.
You're not wrong, and I'm going for like iterate. This is the next tattoo I'm getting. Iterate. And then level up and you're. There's always things to do.
to do tattoos.
Aha. So
Okay,
vertical, horizontal, didn't know?
don't know, we're gonna avoid the theme. I feel like I can't.
You got your open and your points and your close?
Okay, I
I
feel
don't
like,
want to have the whiteboard in there, and that's just not fun. Pretty good.
oh my god, okay. I can't even look up at everybody in this room right now. Okay, ironically enough, for somebody who does marketing, I do not like being in front of people. That's why I get behind where you're standing and take pictures of rooms all day. Okay,
Next time you need a great place to stay in Grass Valley, next time you have a client come into Grass Valley.
yes, okay. Oh my god.
Looking for somewhere special for your.
Looking, thank you, Carol. Actually, can I look at Carol, speaking of
Please
a
look at
friend?
Carol. Look at
Okay.
Carol.
Looking for somewhere special to stay in Grass Valley. Pick Courtyard Suites. We have many different room types and variations for vacations of all natures. And plenty of things to do in downtown Grass Valley. So if you give us a call. Okay.
So just,
So-
you can just pick up your ending, because that can be edited out, and just pick up what you want them to do, so.
I
give
feel
them
like-
all, go to the website.
Yes, calling is always better, right?
Okay.
To kind of feel like our
Yeah.
difference of other hotels, right? We work better directly with people than. So you can give us a call today and book your vacation.
Nice. So,
Oh, TT, yes, that is very famous. She is the star of the show.
I'm gonna tell you something, and
Please.
it was on photo, not video. Practice. So the kind of things that can happen.
We're human right now. Seriously, look up.
No, you were so brave. If you wanna do that again, I'll stay as long as anybody has questions and stuff, and I will stay with you and do that again if you want, but you crushed it. Greatness, you're awesome. So.
See a picture. Thank you. Okay.
Nice, all right, so who's gonna shoot a video in the next 24 hours? Yes, who else? But yeah, who's gonna shoot a video in the next 24 hours? Text me.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know how it goes. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I have
Yeah.
a plug,
bring it.
right now I'm doing a 30-day reel challenge,
Yes.
so I'm doing reels every single day. It's this really cool thing, actually, Brock Johnson on Instagram,
Yeah.
he has this whole PDF, all these different ideas of reels that you can follow.
I love that.
Yeah, so it's really fun.
That's so cool.
Brock 7 Johnson.
If you would like a copy of my book, I brought you a copy of my book. It was a bestseller and it's not a small market.
Let's give Cindy a hand. Thank you so much. Really welcome. Thank you for bringing it all out.
Is there a card? Can I text you, please?
You can text me, but just text me and let me
Oh,
know you
there's a
did
card.
it. This is a gift.
Oh, thank you
It's
very
my
much.
gift. Yes, my gift.
Sign up here.
I'm not here, so,
Follow, especially on LinkedIn.
Our main people, so I get you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very great presentation. Take care. I'll probably see you in MEP, I'm guessing. We have a booth there, looking for presenter tech, yeah. Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, the pre-show, how
Oh,
to drive traffic there
Yeah.
for the market. Yeah.
A bunch of Grass Valley